we go to shopping. So we focus on these events. So the consequence, we build small minds. We're supposed to grow out of this small world that we have. So the lesson is that we have to focus on paradigms, fundamentals. What are paradigms? For example, what we're trying to achieve here is a shift in paradigm kind of thinking. In the old economy, there's always the assumption, for example, that when you go into business, you must make profit. If you are not in business to make profit, you are stupid. You are an idiot. You better go to somewhere else. This is the old paradigm in doing business. But right now, there's a paradigm which says you can go into business and not thinking about profit first, but thinking about the welfare of others, the welfare of the environment. But at the same time, you can be financially sustainable. That is a new paradigm. Now, if we cannot see that paradigm and only see what we are doing, that's not what you're saying. Yeah. We need to see that big paradigm, because when you say social enterprise, it actually belongs to a new paradigm. We're saying, what we're discussing here is not that old paradigm that says that when we go into business, we must make profit first. There is a new paradigm that we like looking at. When we go into business, profit is not the most important. The human life is the most important. Preserving the ecology is important. But we also want to become sustainable. Okay, next. In the old economy, there are only two major players. It's like, a ball game where you have only two players, the government and the private sector. So when the things are going good, the government say, okay, private sector, take the ball, play ball. But when the things go wrong, the private sector says, government, here's the ball, take it up. So this is what is happening right now in the global crisis. And the people out there, organizations, countries out there, telling us before, hey, you, developing countries, you should privatize. At the same countries which are now taking over, government is taking over the private sector. There are only two players in the old economy. The paradigm that we're looking at is what is now called civil society. In the old paradigm, civil society was only a spectator. It's either clapping its hand, very good government, very good private sector, or it's criticizing. Government, you are not doing right. For-profit company, you are just focusing on profit. What we'd like to think here is for this civil society to be recognized as a third leg, the third pillar of society. How do we do that? This is the bigger thing when we pull, our power out there in order to pull. So it's not about ourselves. It's about something else that we want to achieve in this world. So what is a social enterprise? It belongs to a new paradigm. It belongs to a new paradigm. It's a social mission-oriented organization which produces and trades and goods services for social environmental purpose. They're all over the economy. There are different types of social enterprises. If you put them together and they are functioning in a coordinated way, then we call it a solidarity economy. That is the shortest, simplest definition of solidarity economy. Of course, you might disagree with me. You have other definitions of solidarity economy, but we are here to learn. Disability number 5, the parable of a boiled frog. Now you know that we have become boiled frog because the world that we have been modeling our economy have collapsed. So because we thought that that paradigm was also suitable for our economy, but it has collapsed. So what are we going to do? I think we still have time. We're not too boiled. Maybe we still have time to jump. And this is what it's all about. How can we jump out of this, hot environment and create a new one? Because the frog, its survival mechanism is geared only to sudden changes. But if the change is slow and gradual, it cannot feel it. When you boil the water, put the frog in the water, boil it up. When it warms, it feels very cozy. Warm it a little bit, becomes dizzy until it sleeps, you know, until it doesn't spoil already. Now that is what has happened with us with the old economy. We thought, oh, this is the old economy. If I can only, you know, work here, I become good, I can make profit. Then suddenly it collapsed. So we become boiled frog. What do we have to do? Learn to say gradual, slow processes. What we are doing is gradual, slow process. That's why we have to open up. That's why we have to share information, to share experience. Number 6, delusion of learning from experience. The best learning is to learn from experience. The problem is that we cannot learn long enough from our experience because what we do today has consequence for our future. So if we only focus again on our own experience, very little we can learn. We have to go out and leverage the experience of other people. This is the reason why we are here, to leverage on the experience of others, because we might learn from the others what we have not learned in our life. So we have to learn to detect cycles, patterns, and the things that you or other people do. This is why we need to exchange information. Finally, the last learning disability is the myth of management team. This is a team. It's good if we have like, you know, the game of Ed Canela, you know, looking for the names of the 25 people. But when we confront difficult issues, we tend to break down. Management teams or teams tend to break down when the issues become difficult. Why? Because we tend to promote, we tend to value people who are advocates. We do not want people who are inquirers. We tell these people, keep quiet. If you have nothing good to say, you keep quiet. But you see, inquirers are very important in the learning process. So we need to balance. Some of us need to be advocates, meaning to say, you know, we promote, we explain things, but others have to be inquirers. So in our learning process, all of us will play both roles. Sometimes you will be advocate, you will be telling us about the experience. Other times you will be inquirers. You'll be inquiring more about what the other people are doing. So, what is the lesson for all of us? We need to come together and build a shared vision. What is your vision? It's important that you share your vision, but it doesn't stop there. Okay? It's important we get to know each other, share vision, develop in the team the skills of dialogue and cooperation. Like Ed said, presentation is only one thing. And we're going to show you this portal, this virtual community where we can exchange even after this conference. So with that, I have used up my time, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.